Welcome back, everyone. We are back again in our community area, sharing content from the Academy stage with our lovely friends from US, Kylie. Yes. Good afternoon, Kylie.
Hello, Jerome.
Hello, Jack. How are you? You also okay? Doing great. Yeah, doing great. So, Kylie, you were just some minutes before on the stage, but now we would love to understand and hear what you have done on your model in a nutshell.
Yes, this
Please.
is my beautiful model, Erin.
Absolutely, amazing.
Yes. So today, Jake and I really spoke about salon reality, and what that means for me is pushing the boundaries, creating brights and vivids and pastels, that's real life salon world for me.
Yes.
So for Erin, we created this beautiful gradient kind of inspired by the Northern Lights.
Great. And when it came to color, which product do you use in details? Can you give a little bit more information about that?
Absolutely. So I used Illumin Play today.
Yes.
This lavender is pastel lavender with 2 drops of violet. This blue here is Illumin Play Clear with 1 drop of blue.
Great.
And our formula on top is actually pastel mint with 3 drops of metallic petrol and 3 drops of yellow.
Great, great. Well, wonderful color variation. Jack, I heard about that. You did the haircut, right?
Yeah, we actually did her haircut live on Facebook yesterday.
Great.
And her hair has awesome texture. She's really open to wearing it, interestingly, but it has a lot of challenges as well. It's very super fine. It's blonde, so it shows every little line, and it's very jumpy. She has very strong growth patterns here, So we decided to sort of embrace that. We did finger thick convex layers all the way through, and then I used a 14-tooth texturizing scissor to dust over it and clean up any of those lines, making sure it blends really perfectly. And it created that texture that we use Goldwell Dust Up on to give it this sort of messy, piecey feeling, just because this cowlick and these cowlicks, they're not laying down. So we're let's just go with it and do something messy that it makes sense and it's purposeful that it's standing up.
I'm really impressed. Really great job, boss.
Oh, thank
Wonderful.
you so much.
What about your next model? Thank you so much. What about your next model,
so
Kylie?
our next model, I actually did the color, Jake did the shape. So for our color inspiration, Maisie, you can see those kind of golden undertones in her eyes.
Yes.
We just wanted to amp up her copper, and we decided that yellow is a very kind of underrated vivid tone.
So here, like this here.
Yes,
Wonderful.
so we added this marigold tone along with a soft apricot, actually
Can you turn
using
a little
Illumin
bit?
Play.
Yeah. You want to share a little bit? Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
This wonderful yellow.
So, a lot of the time I think people just think Illumin Play is for vivids and for pastels, but you can really build it into a lot of different tones and into a lot of coppers especially. And so we used Illumin Play Clear with a few drops of yellow.
Yeah.
And then we used Illumin Play Pastel Coral with a few drops of orange.
And this is also a typical salon,
very wearable, very
salon situation,
absolutely.
Everyday situation, right?
Absolutely.
Look amazing and very great effect.
Yes.
Thank you. What about you, Jake, about your haircut and your styling?
So for her haircut, we cut dry. I use a 5.5-inch scissor and use a carving technique. Very similar to the haircut we talked about earlier on curly hair from our first presentation, but the shape is a bit different. So we just start off with a triangle shape here in the center. We're lifting that up and cutting short to long. So it's getting longer towards the top with a stationary guide. So literally everything is brought all the way up to that first section, which gives you this really even face framing and gives you this shaggy look all the way throughout. Then again, I use that same 14-tooth texturizing scissor that I used on Erin vertically through the sections to break up the weight and distribute the weight so that we get a little softer, airier kind of feeling. Putting a little negative space in there just helps create that movement and makes it really easy and effortless for her to style. Her hair's wavy too, so it will help bring out the best in that wave. It'll balance the wave when she's wearing wavy. So any area that sits a little straighter will be a little curlier. Anything that was difficult will be just that much easier.
Absolutely. So thank you so much, boss. It was a pleasure to be with you yesterday, the day before, be with you on stage this morning, this afternoon. So thank you so much.